Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the new season. Dude, it's 2021. Isn't that insane? This is the first podcast of 2021. Crazy, dude.
That's
really
nuts.
insane. Guys, our first guest is Evan TheCardGuy, obviously.
Hello.
And something new that we have, if you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple iTunes or whatever, we have video format out now. So it's on YouTube. Podcast is on YouTube.
Let's go.
You can see us. You can see us in our element of where we record and where we're sitting.
See us eating mac and cheese.
Evan and I are eating mac and cheese. Delicious. Dude, so far. So the new year, obviously, like a lot has happened so far. Like we had like the whole Capitol building, which it wasn't the best incident in the world. It was really, really bad. But besides that, how has your 2021 been so far?
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's just working hard.
Yeah.
Posting a lot. Doing a lot on basically all the platforms. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat specifically right now. That's going crazy.
Yeah, Snapchat's a big thing right now. Yeah. I want to like bring this up because this is your first time on our podcast. You're the first guest of the season, and it's your first time on our podcast. I'm trying to think. I know when we first met, but when did we start hanging out? Like, because I know we first met. Like, it was in Santa Monica. It was at was it a creator event?
Yeah, so I had put together a little collab day. I thought that
was Seth that put that together.
Yeah, I put it together. So I invited him and he came. But yeah, I put together like a little collab day. Just invited a bunch of creators. A bunch of people came. Just made a bunch of videos. I had met you probably like a couple weeks prior, just like quickly at Cam and Joey's house. At their old apartment. But
like really quick.
Yeah, but like that was like the first time we hung out. That was super fun.
Yeah, because we hung out like literally all day. Like I got there, Joey was like, "Hey, you should go to this. Maybe take some photos. Maybe make some videos of your own." I'm like, "Yeah, they're freaking great. Like I'll totally vlog." Because I was like super into vlogging. I have always been super
still
into
are.
Vlogging, but
great vlogs.
But thank you very much, sir. But
not as great as this mac and cheese. Unpopular opinion: Kraft mac and cheese is the best mac and cheese.
What is this?
Of all time. That's Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, we had to have Kraft mac and cheese.
I mean,
what do you mean? Was like when you go to a restaurant, there's mac and cheese?
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna eat that. Well, we go to a restaurant.
You don't
to
eat
get mac
anything.
and cheese.
You're a loser.
Anyways, that's when
my mouth, dude.
That's when we first met. It was freaking all the way. Was it October? End of October
like that.
Of 2019.
Oh my god. Yeah.
A totally different year. Not even last year. The year before that. Dude, that's freaking crazy.
That's nuts. How time flies.
That's insane, dude. Wow, that's freaking nuts. But yeah, so we met started then. And then we just started to hang out, I think, because you got to know Cam and Joey a lot better. Our roommates now, me and David's roommates.
Yep.
We just started hanging out. Collabing. I remember when I first met you, I like got in the car after and I called David. I'm like, "Yo, this guy that we're hanging out with has 5 million followers on TikTok." I'm not even kidding. I called David after.
Crazy.
I called David every time I met somebody like that. Like was like a public figure, like a big public figure like that. I always call David. Like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, and you knew about me before I knew about you.
Yeah.
I knew a lot about a lot of people before they knew about me.
That's crazy.
I mean, you still don't know about me.
That's
true.
We just met like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, I know.
No, it's so crazy because when you met me, I had like 5 million, something around there. You met me kind of right before my huge spike on TikTok. Like, because you met me in October. In December, something just lit up in me.
I remember your spike.
Dude, I posted, I kid you not, for the entire months of, October, November, December, even January. Like, I would post like 10 times a day on TikTok, dude. Like, all I wanted was to just grow 10 times a day.
10 times a day?
Dude, of unique content. No reposts. Like, everything was brand new. And in that time, you met me in October with 5 million. At the end of January, 2020,
million, right?
I had 10. Yeah.
That's insane. That's absurd.
So I doubled it in like, what, 3 months?
3 months, 3 months.
It was crazy. Ever since then, it's been a lot harder, but still super fun.
You and Sean were talking about, like, because Sean tried to hit 20 million recently. Our friend Sean is magic.
Yeah, his goal was 20 mil before 2020. Before the end of 2020.
Before the end of 2020. And you guys were just talking about it's hard to grow, like, when you're, like, freaking 16, 17 million followers because I forget what you say.
Yeah. So what I say is it's not like an excuse. Like, obviously we still try super hard. And I truly believe Sean and I both will eventually be at 20 mil. It's just the more followers you have, the harder it is to get more, in the sense that it's interesting because when you're around like maybe 1 or 2 mil, I feel like people see that number and they're like, wow. Like, it kind of validates you. It's like seeing a verified check mark. Instagram, please hit me up with that. But like when you see someone with like 1 or 2 million followers on TikTok, like you're like, oh, this person is valid. You're probably more inclined to follow than if they had barely any. But there's almost like a curse when you get too high in followers. Yeah. This sounds so cocky. I promise. That's not what I'm trying to get at.
I hate having 60 million followers.
Yeah, no.
No, it's like the Charlie situation.
No. But what's interesting is the more followers you have, the less people there are to appeal to. Yeah, here's how I word it. If 16 million people have willingly clicked the follow button, how many people know who I am but just don't follow? Whether they don't like my content, whether they like it, but they're just kind of like a casual TikTok user and they haven't actually gone to my profile and followed. So 16 million is just the people that follow. There's probably double or triple that know who I am, right? But don't follow. So now it's like when you have a lot of followers, it's almost like this curse where how do I convince people who aren't following me to now follow me? It's almost like trying to convince someone to change their opinion of you, you know? So it's interesting, right? Like what about...
Because you relatively, like, you've been seen...
I've had a total of 3.5 billion views.
Yeah, so you've been seen, I would say...
What'd you say to me again?
3.5 billion.
All right, keep going.
No,
which is mind-blowing.
I would say, like, and obviously, like, that's not 3.5 billion different people.
Right.
But I would definitely say
of unique people, at least maybe...
a couple 100 million, I would say.
I don't know about a couple 100 million. That's a lot. If I were to guess, probably 70 million unique people. That's a random guess. I don't actually know.
But that's a fucking crap ton. That's dude, 70 million.
So this is what I'm trying to get at, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been recognized in public by obviously my fans. I love my fans.
Yeah. Today in Target.
Yeah, today in Target. But I've been recognized by people who don't follow me. They're like, "Oh, you're the card guy. Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, I'll follow you right now." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What?"
I do think, you're definitely one of like the ones that's like, oh, if you're on TikTok, they probably.
You know who you remind me of? John Stamos.
Really?
Yeah, that's because you're like you're not like Charlie big. You don't have 100 million followers, but you're 16 million is still crazy, and I feel like everybody knows you. Like
good amount.
Everybody knows John Stamos. John Stamos like isn't Leonardo DiCaprio level, but everybody still freaking knows John Stamos. Everybody knows.
You know, it's actually something crazy.
Because you've created sorry, David. You've created so many trends. Like we were talking about today. Like you've created a shit ton of like major trends that like changed the way people think about
You made
TikTok.
mac and cheese.
Thank you. Yeah, I
like
created
mac and cheese became a thing after you.
I am Mr. Kraft. No, I think with that, it's just like, you know, people always asked me when I was posting like 10 times a day, and the only reason I don't do it now is because now I'm trying to like focus a little bit everywhere. Yeah. Like back then I was just focused on TikTok. Now I'm like a little bit TikTok, a little bit Instagram, a little bit Snapchat, a little bit of YouTube, you know, like everywhere. A podcast, you know, that's now out. Yeah, it's tricky.
Your podcast,
but like, awesome. You know, at the time I was only focused on TikTok. People would ask me, how do you post that much unique content a day? I'm like, I don't know. I like doing it. So I just kind of like do. Basically, I didn't fear the possibility of something doing badly. I'm like, I might as well just throw things out there. If it does well, great. If it doesn't, who cares? A philosophy I love by one of the people I look up to most, Gary Vee. I talk about him a lot. Yeah. He said he would rather be trying to juggle 90 balls at the same time and 45 of them drop and fail, but he still has 45 successful things in his hands, then try to juggle two things and they both fall. Right? Yeah. It's like, so.
That's smart.
Yeah. So, you know, my interpretation of that was like, if I post once a day, the odds of it going viral, especially when I didn't have an audience at the beginning, I'm like, it's probably low. But the more I post, the higher chance of going viral. Yeah. Obviously, more videos, more opportunity, right? So I just kept that philosophy, and then along the way, I'm just like, I don't want to do the same video I did yesterday. Let's think of something else. And I created trends like guess the price, I'll buy it for you, which then turned into spin-offs like catch it, I'll buy it for you. I started writing on mirrors with expo markers, just writing riddles on the mirror, which was just a cool thing. Just random stuff.
But random stuff that like literally probably generated like 100 billion views in total throughout like that whole trend is probably.
Oh, you mean 100 million?
No. Billion.
Well, I've had 3.5 billion total.
No, you talking about the trend.
No,
right?
I'm talking about the trend in general.
Oh, like that trend, like other people doing it.
Yeah, like
gotcha. Who knows?
I mean, so many people have done it on TikTok.
Yeah,
like it just came just huge thing.
Well, people saw how well it was doing for me, so they're like, "Ooh,
yeah, let me try it." And then their friends tried it, and then their followers tried it, and then it's like every
Yeah, I saw after I started doing guest surprise videos, it was cool to see. You know, at the time, I wish I was more focused on YouTube. Now I'm trying to be a little better about it, but at the time, it was like just TikTok, right? But it was interesting to see a trend that I started transcend just the app that I'm native to. because after I started making Guess the Price videos and they started doing well, I saw Brent Rivera on his YouTube channel do a Guess the Price. I'm like, whoa, really? Yeah,
that's crazy.
Wow,
and then I saw a few more YouTubers. I'm like, whoa, so they saw my idea. I'm like, hey, give me some of the money.
You did the You Catch It, I'll Buy It For You, but it was like you bought it, right? For like Mason and Cassie. You did a YouTube video on that, right?
Yeah. So no, that one was like riddles. So that was I did a YouTube video where I went around the store with my friend Mason and my girlfriend Cassie, and if they answered a riddle correctly, I bought them
like an item. Yeah, that's so freaking sick.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah.
Cassie ended up with a Nintendo Switch, which she doesn't use.
What the hell? Wait, next time you do one.
Mason told me that you didn't you get him like a electric scooter or some shit?
I was offering to buy him a $500 electric scooter, but he didn't want me to.
Really?
He's like, I'm not gonna use it anyways.
Oh my god, I'll totally use that. That'd be sick, man.
Right?
Just riding around the neighborhood in that thing. Well, is it like? Well, you guys are from OC, right? All you guys are from OC. So is OC? OC is obviously not like this.
Very different.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's
more relaxed.
I do love OC. When I went over to Mason's house like a month ago, so nice. It's like, dude, his like that little area that he lives in, dude, it's so nice.
It's like from a movie.
It looks like it's from a movie. Like,
it's crazy. If you went to Mason's house, you were 2 minutes from my parents' house because
no way,
we live
really?
in the same neighborhood. Yeah.
No freaking way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't live there anymore, but that's where my parents were.
So like that, like the gate, like the community, like you live in that?
I'm like across the street. Mine is not gated, but it's still technically.
Oh my god!
The same city.
Oh, he showed me then, because he was like, okay, yeah.
Dang it! I finished my mac and cheese.
Yeah, I know I did too. I finished it a little bit ago. It was so good.
I'm really hungry now.
David, I offered you mac and cheese, but
because I didn't want us to eat on the podcast, but now it's like too late, so I was like, all right, dope.
It's nice, dude. It's more
mac and cheese cast.
Yeah,
well,
it's like ASMR kind of like mac and cheese.
Well, I'm the one that has to edit it, but before Josh interrupted me, what I was gonna tell you a little story like an hour ago, back when we were talking about like people know you. This was like on Christmas break. I like randomly like I was just talking to like family, and I hadn't talked to like these family members in a while, but one of them was like my cousins, like two of them, and they're super like one of them is really young, and another one's like I don't know 15 maybe 14.
Did you say 6 to 15? That's a ginormous
no 16
range.
to 15.
Oh.
16, 14.
One of my cousins like,
but the other one is like, I think less than 10. Point is, it's crazy because they knew who you were because I had like brought up like what I was doing, and then like they recognize who you are. They're not in America, in case you didn't know, which is pretty crazy.
Oh no! Dude.
Wait, so I got some international fans.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's
which
dope.
I thought was pretty wild. I was like, oh,
where are they?
Damn, Egypt.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. All right, well.
For some reason, only David's mic said it's fucked up.
It's
I don't know why.
And when I was sitting
like
there, that's the one that was like.
Me and Evans are like perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then
whatever, dude. Life just hates me.
What'd you do before TikTok? Like when you found.
I love this story.
When you found out about TikTok at the beginning of 2019.
Okay, so funny story. I'm in my college dorm, second year of college. First year of college was great for me. I loved it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet. But I was just kind of going through the motions. This is in 2018. Yeah.
End of 2018?
No, like end of 2017, start of 2018.
Oh, okay. So a little while ago.
Years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
I would be about to graduate right now if I stayed in college.
Yeah, you would, because this year that's coming up, not this semester that I'm in, but the next year, that's my graduating year.
Yeah. So I graduated high school 2017 in the summer, right? And then that same fall is when I started college. So freshman year was good. Loved it. Great experience leaving home. I was still relatively close to home. My college was like 30 minutes away. But just that college experience, it was fun. Yeah. Second year, I don't know. I just something felt off. Like I didn't really feel it. I didn't have like too many friends there. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just bored. I literally would play Fortnite all the time in my dorm. That's all I would do. I wouldn't study. I'd just play Fortnite. But then at the end of 2018, end of 2018, around October, I hear of this thing called TikTok. This was early stages.
This is like
2018 TikTok is like just transitioning from Musical.ly
to TikTok.
It's like it was known as the cringe app. Like it was known as this is where you go to get the weirdest internet content. Like TikTok was weird at that time. At least that's what people thought of it. But I'm like, hey, why don't I just make an account? I don't know. I made an account, didn't really do much with it.
Did you start YouTube? But you had a YouTube.
I had a channel, but I didn't really.
But what made you like be like, oh, TikTok? That's the one I'm gonna like use, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, let me backtrack a little bit. So a little more context. I'm in my college dorm, right? 2018. I'm bored. I don't like school.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not for everyone. I just don't like it, right?
I'm
sucks. Bored.
No, just kidding.
I look. Here's the idea. On Instagram, my goal. I'm like, I don't really want to do the school thing. I'm gonna like become an influencer. Yeah. I had like no followers, right? I'm like, well, I do magic. I've been doing magic since I was a kid. Like, I'll just like do magic on the internet. Instagram is probably the easiest place.
Yeah.
So I started researching like how to grow on Instagram, Instagram tips, how to get to 100K followers on Instagram. Like I was just research all day.
Yep.
How does the algorithm work? And I found a video about Gary Vee, or not about Gary Vee. I found a video by Gary Vee. He was giving a speech, and he said, if you want to make a name for yourself in this modern generation, post stuff of yourself online. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm already planning on doing that. But then what he said, something that really stuck with me. He goes, but by the way, if your goal is to be this big Instagram star, which is like speaking right to me. He's like, what are you going to do if Instagram goes away? I'm like, whoa, good point. Like, what if I spend a lot of time trying to build my Instagram? And then it's just like Instagram is like, we're going out the app store. Kind of like Vine type stuff, right?
I watch the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, he's right. So instead of just trying to focus on being like this Instagram star, how about I like try everything? And I had heard of this new app called TikTok. Yeah. I'm like, if I'm one of the first, maybe that could help me a lot.
Could help out, yeah.
So I downloaded it in October. Didn't really get many views on anything. Kind of quit till February. February comes back around.
3-4 months later.
A few months of not posting anything. February comes around. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this again. And I remember the exact date I actually tried on TikTok. February 11th.
Anniversary coming up.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. 2-year anniversary. Because it was 2019.
2 years?
Yeah. So 2019, February 11th. I post a video. Not much happened. My 5th video. 500,000 views. I'm like.
That's a lot.
Okay. Like, this is cool. Because, like, you don't get 500,000 views on Instagram.
Just
like that.
No.
So I'm like, okay.
Well, TikTok was
maybe.
insane.
I'm like, maybe the goal.
TikTok,
I'm like, maybe the goal is to be a TikTok star, as opposed to Instagram, right? So then I just grinded TikTok. The rest is history. I just kept going, and then to grow my other socials, like along the way, I would just plug them. On TikTok, I'd be like, hey, the answer to this riddle on my Instagram, or like the tutorial to this magic trick on my YouTube, like, and almost all my Instagram followers and YouTube followers or subscribers are from TikTok, just because I've focused so much on that, and then just leverage it to get to other places.
Yeah, it's freaking wild, dude. Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, 16.3 million.
Yeah.
And then 1.6 million on Instagram. That's a shit ton.
Yeah.
1.6
and
million.
500,000 on YouTube.
Half a million, 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Thank you. Yeah, and I forgot to touch on like the school stuff was just during the week. So yeah, that was during the week. I barely study. I was just focusing on the TikTok stuff.
That's like,
but on weekends, I was working as a janitor at a car dealership.
That's so
I was making
crazy.
like minimum wage on weekends, going to school during the week, kind of miserable. And I'm like, maybe these videos will take off someday.
Janitor.
I kept going. I kept going. And once I hit like 500K on TikTok,
it's a lot.
I told my parents, I'm like, I don't think I want to do this college thing anymore. They're like, what? Like, are you crazy? Like,
And you were 19.
Yeah, I was like 19.
You're 19, yeah.
And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, they're like, if you want to do the social media thing,
the
we're all
classic,
for you.
Yeah.
My parents are super supportive. They're like, if you want to do the social media thing, that's fine. But like, at least get your degree first. Like, you never know. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to try in school. Like, let's be honest. I'm so much more passionate about this. I'm like, give me the summer, right? Give me the summer. So during the summer, I went full time as the janitor. So now I'm working 40 hours a week cleaning bathrooms.
How much can I ask?
What?
Can I ask how much you made that summer as being a janitor?
Dude, total
$1 million. What's it's like a high tier.
I mean, what's minimum wage for like 3 months?
Well, it depends on the state and stuff.
OC, maybe like $15.
So
maybe like $15.
It was less than that at the time. It wasn't 15.
Yeah, it wouldn't
yet.
be 15.
It was like 13 or 12, something like that. 40 hours a week.
Like
it can't be over 10,000. Way less.
$8,000.
Yeah, let's just say between like $5,000 and $7,000.
So wild.
So, but to me, I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah.
That I can focus on the videos. Literally, I'd be like this. I'd be like mopping the floors in the bathroom. I'd walk outside and film a TikTok. And then, my bosses would be like, what the heck is that kid doing?
Yeah.
But I'd be like, I'm trying to do that. And sometimes I get in trouble. Other times I just kind of let it slide. They're like, who cares? He's just the janitor. He's just, like, but like they would let me, right?
It amount to nothing.
But then I'm like cleaning the floors. I'm doing all this stuff. And some of these videos start gaining traction. I'm like, oh, shoot. And once I hit 1 million, that's the day I quit. Once I hit 1 million followers on TikTok, I'm like, okay, I'm making enough, right? It's not like a crazy amount of money, but it's enough that I don't need to have a second job.
Yeah.
So then since then, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's freaking nuts, dude.
It's just so weird because, 2 years ago, in school during the week, weekends I'm doing the janitor stuff, drop out of school, do the janitor stuff full time until I don't have to anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was like me. Like, I just saved up all my money that I made in one summer and then moved here.
That's great.
Yeah.
What did you post? Like, what would you say your content was? Was it the same
A lot of
stuff?
card tricks. A lot of card tricks. So at the beginning, I was doing a lot of card tricks, a lot of like mind reading type stuff. I don't really do that stuff much anymore because.
But I'm just saying, like when you were a janitor and like you said you'd do it like on the side and stuff. Like, what would you?
Would you have a deck of cards in your pocket?
Yeah, did you have a deck of cards?
I always have a deck of cards.
That's sick. Yeah.
Only except when you meet me.
No, I have cards on me all the time, right there. Yeah.
I know. Well, it's
That's
the first
so
time
funny.
you had
You have cards on you right on the table.
Yeah,
every time I met you,
I'm the card guy.
Well, you and Sean
I'm just the
both
guy.
have, yeah, exactly. Without the cards, you're just a dude.
You're just the guy.
The guy.
I'm not the card guy anymore.
And
without, the guy.
If Sean didn't have a cards on him, he would just be Sean Does.
Yeah, Sean does what? Yeah.
Sean does what?
But yeah, no, it's like what I was posting was a lot of card tricks. I would literally go to because as the janitor, I had a key to every room.
Yeah.
So Mercedes, if you're listening to this, I guess I can't get me in trouble anymore. I would open rooms of closets that only I have the keys for.
No, so you'd
and I'd lock myself in there and do tricks
That's
on TikTok.
Sick, really?
Yeah,
That's
until
funny.
I get a call hey, you need to clean the bathroom. But I was posting that stuff, and then the big hit. This was this was the moment for me. Eventually, I moved up from janitor. I forgot that part of the story. I moved up from janitor to reception. The lead receptionist was like, hey, we notice you're very hardworking. You want to be up here, get a raise, and you don't have to clean. Reception is a much more fun job.
Mercedes-Benz dealership, right?
Yeah.
Did Mason, your friend, work there?
Yeah.
Mason.
Yeah, he worked there at that time too.
No way. So you guys working there? Yeah. What did Mason work as? I totally.
He was a service advisor, an express service advisor. So he helped fix. Well, he wasn't the one that fixed the cars. He's not a mechanic, but he was like the middleman.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So he had a good
so
job.
You guys working
I can actually see him doing
together.
that.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Where me and my friends, the only thing that we did that worked together was work at a golf course, and which to us that's oh, that's cool. I'm mowing grass and he's weed whacking. But you guys worked at a Mercedes-Benz dealership. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I moved up. That was super cool. I got a little bit of a raise from janitor to receptionist. And then this was the moment for me that changed everything. I'm at the desk at reception. Your job is to answer the calls. They come in, you schedule appointments for people, whatever, answer any questions people have on the phone. But you also have a computer in front of you as a receptionist, right? So when there weren't calls, you're kind of just bored, sitting there. Just put a smile on your face in case anyone walks in to the front desk. But I look up on my computer. I'm like, man, what's going to be a series that really changes things for me? I'm doing card tricks. I'm doing all this stuff. I think the move is doing something interactive. What if I can do something that they feel like they're a part of it? The viewer feels like they're a part of it. So I'm an illusion.
Illusions.
Okay. An optical illusion. They feel like they're a part of it because they get to see everything. And they'll feel like I'm the one, kind of doing that to them.
Really well.
I kid you not. That day, I looked up optical illusions. I found one I wanted to do. I went home. I posted it. That day, it went to 18 million views.
Jesus.
And I jumped from 700,000 followers to 1.1 million in 2 days.
That's
so
crazy.
That was the moment for me.
That's a lot.
Then I quit. Right? I put in my 2 weeks. I didn't just leave.
Yeah.
But I really started working towards it. And then after I hit 1.1 million, I kept pumping out those illusions. They kept going viral. I hit 2 million the next week.
Well, that's the thing when you're when you have that big of numbers, 1 million or 2 million, you can start charging then for brand deals.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Did you know back then to?
Yeah, but I went way too low. I didn't know. I would literally have
that's
2
so
million
funny.
followers.
That's what everybody does.
I'd have 2 million followers and only charge a couple $100 for
really?
for a brand deal.
Yeah. See, at 2 million followers, you usually charge 2,000, or you could even charge more.
Maybe even more.
Even more, yeah. But a lot of people don't know that. We had our friend here. I'm not gonna say his name, but he charged. I think he got a brand deal for $100, and he posted 10 videos out of it.
Jeez.
Isn't that insane?
$10 a video.
It's $10 a video. That's what it is.
That's nothing.
And he was like, oh, it's $100, but it's but that's the thing.
Right. You see it as just $100.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
I mean, look, if you need the money at the beginning, if you need the money, do what you need to do.
Yeah, doing
right. I would way rather get underpaid for a simple TikTok that took me 5 minutes to make than work 10 hours as a janitor for that
That's the
same
thing. Yeah,
money.
$100, like you make that in a whole day of working your ass off.
Literally,
for 8 to 9
me
hours.
working for 8 hours as a janitor, just cleaning for 8 hours straight. I mean, I had a lunch break, but other than the lunch break,
so what would you clean?
That was literally like $100 a day, right?
Yeah.
Everything, literally,
just like the floor, the chairs, like the
floor,
monitors,
the chairs,
the seats,
the staff lunchrooms, the everything,
the bathrooms,
literally the entire dealership.
That's every day you do that.
A lot. It was a lot of work. I had another one to help me. There were 2 janitors.
How big is the dealership? I'm thinking it's
super nice. It's one of the nicest ones.
Actually,
as a receptionist, let me see if I remember. As a receptionist, this would be my job. So the phone rings. It's a 5-star day at Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel. This is Evan. How may I direct your call?
No way. You remember the whole thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Exactly what my line would be.
Laguna Niguel.
It's a 5-star dealership. It's a 5-star dealership. It's beautiful.
Wow, that's sick.
Because I made it beautiful. I cleaned it.
Did you have palm trees up front and stuff?
Oh, yeah. That's so nice.
That's sick. Yeah, Mercedes.
I'm going to go buy my G-Wagon from there someday.
That would be cool, yeah.
That's your goal. You said
it's like a full circle.
Dude,
that's
and look, I'm not like the flexy type, but like, dude, how cool to say I worked as a janitor at this dealership, and now I'm walking in and buying a $250,000 car.
I think that's fucking awesome.
That's crazy. I used to clean those cars. I used to clean those cars.
Now you're buying one.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
Dude, would you like to? Is that one of your goals?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not a super like materialistic person. That sounds so like. I feel like I'm like trying to make myself sound better, but it's true. Like. I'm not either.
I
think it would just be cool to have it.
So
but it's not like but it's not like my goal, right? Like my goal in life isn't to get these fancy expensive things.
But like
if I have the disposable income that I can just drop that much money, sure. But like I'm not trying to work towards that.
I mean, I completely freaking agree.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with getting nice things, by the way.
No.
I just think like that's not really my goal.
Yeah. I mean, when you were talking about materialistic thing, didn't you say like your entire outfit's from Target?
I kid you not. My shoes are $20 shoes from Target. These aren't even real Vans. They're knockoff Vans.
Why don't
my
you get
socks,
real Vans?
These were a Christmas gift. Pants were a Christmas gift. This was a Christmas gift, and the shirt under is from Target.
What about the facial hair?
The facial hair is from Target.
It's fake. Hey, look at this. I rip it off. But I mean, dude, same. Like, I mean, shoes.
Target clothes is comfortable, dude.
Shoes, Christmas gift, socks. I don't even think they're fucking mine. I think they're my dad's.
I think it's very important in life to look at why you're doing something.
Yeah.
If you are buying nice clothes because you genuinely have a love and appreciation for fashion, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like you actually feel good about yourself when you wear nice clothes. You wear Gucci and you just feel like you're feeling yourself. That's very different than if you really look into it. Like, are you wearing it to impress other people? Are you wearing it to flex? Like, are you buying that car to show off to people? Or are you buying it because you genuinely love cars?
Yeah.
Like, if I genuinely had an appreciation for cars, yeah, I'd probably want someday to have a car collection of really nice, cool cars. But you just got to ask yourself in life, like, do you really want something or do you want it for what it gives you?
So it looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's important. So, like, I don't know, maybe someday I ramp up my fashion because I just want to.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be to impress other people.
Yeah.
Because if I wanted that, I would already be wearing nicer clothes.
Yeah. No,
but I don't need to.
Yeah. Guys, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty there. We're still working out all the kinks and little things in the podcast.
But, what I was going to say was it's so funny. I mean, on the topic of haters, like, by the way, message to anyone listening or watching, like, if you want to accomplish anything in life, you will have people who don't think you can. Like, literally, like, if you can't take that, like, you won't be able to do it. You have to just tune it out.
Yeah.
It could be people close to you, people you don't know, people kind of in between. Dude, when I started making TikToks in college, everyone thought I was so weird. Like, this TikTok app, like, what even is that? Yeah. Like, no one knew what TikTok was yet.
Everybody's making fun of it.
Everyone's making fun of me.
I'm not gonna lie. I made fun of TikTok.
Yeah, like, everyone's making fun of me. They don't know what I'm doing. They told me I wouldn't amount to anything. Whatever. Stupid. Literally. I got a text one time. It's so funny. So this one kid who told me I wouldn't make it, and TikTok is just a dumb app. It's never gonna be big. He's like, I literally hit like
he texted you this?
Once he told me on the phone. Once I hit 500K, or no, he told me in person. Once I hit 500K on TikTok, I told him, I'm like, look, I hit 500K. Like, I don't brag to people, but to him, he was a jerk.
Yeah.
He's like, it's TikTok though. Like, tell me when it's Instagram. Now I have 1.6 on Instagram, but whatever.
Fuck that kid.
Like, look,
it's Mason.
no. Here's the deal, right? So he's like, you're not gonna like accomplish anything. It's just TikTok. It's never gonna be a big app, anyways. Flash forward a year, I have like 10 million followers. Somehow we got in touch. Like, I don't even know how.
What did you have, like 400,000 on Instagram then?
No more. Probably like 1 million.
Wow, holy shit.
Probably. Maybe a little less. Maybe like 800K.
Yeah, that's right. You hit 1 million.
Something like that. I get the timeline whacked up. But anyways, I had definitely already accomplished a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Somehow we got in touch. I don't even know how. And he said, man, what was it that he said? Oh, wow. Now I'm losing my train of thought. Dude, I literally blank all the time. Brain fart. What did he say?
Well, he said something to you, like, after you hit 10 million. He texted you. He was like, hey, look, you fucking are still a loser.
Basically, oh, my God. Oh, okay. So I finally make it, like a year later.
Yeah.
Right? He reaches out to me, and he's like, you literally only care about money. I'm like,
you're kidding.
I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, you don't even know how much I make. You don't, like, what are you talking about? I haven't talked to you in a year. He's like, well, you literally just like post so many videos because you know you're going to make money from them. I'm like, you are an idiot. I'm like,
people don't know.
I'm like, do you not understand? That is like telling a car salesman, all you do is try to sell cars. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's my job.
I know.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's just really so funny.
All you care about is money.
He's like, you just care about money and followers and your views. It's like, that's my job.
Wow, that's great.
It's like, I love it, but it's my job.
That's so funny. I love that car salesman thing. It's like literally going up to a car salesman and saying, why do you sell so many cars? It's like,
to keep my job, make money.
Yeah, it's like, so I can fucking live.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's just a different profession. It's just like, it's just because this profession, it's so hard to get into.
Yeah.
But once you get into it, it's
rare.
It's just rare. Yeah. And the payout's fucking
most
insane.
People don't know like a successful influencer.
Yeah.
And I think I still have a long ways to go. I'm not like calling myself super successful by any means. But like,
so I can't say I know one.
No, but like maybe you know someone who knows someone who knows someone, like who knows someone who has, a couple hundred followers on Instagram and advertises tea,
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit different than like a not that there's anything wrong with that. If any of you
just
advertise
one
for tea,
person,
hey, if there's a tea company watching this, look, I would love to advertise your tea.
Do you drink tea?
I love tea, but I think I like coffee more. It depends on my mood. I like both.
Coffee or tea in the morning? We like coffee.
In the morning, coffee?
We've been going to
actually, you know what? Yeah, easy question. In the morning, coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
In the afternoon, like green tea.
Or
like a peach green tea.
There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Hot or cold?
Cold. Iced tea.
I like a hot cup of tea in the morning sometimes. During the winters back in Massachusetts, dude, waking up, fire's going. My parents have been up for freaking 3 hours already. It's 9 o'clock. And it's just like my mom has the tea kettle on. Oh, my God, it's the best, dude. It's so nice.
That's cool.
And freaking, dude, going outside. Yeah. I can't do it right now. But yeah, dude.
You've had a bunch of accomplishments.
No.
But no, I mean you've done you have a bunch under your belt. We just talked about a few of them, but we've missed out on one of them.
What is that?
Now I don't know if it's not that important really, but listen, if it takes that long, we gotta acknowledge it.
Oh, please tell me you're talking about Clash of Clans.
Absolutely.
Let's go!
Clash of Clans.
Okay.
That's right.
It's taken.
If you have ever played Clash of Clans,
wow, I'm so glad you brought this up.
If you have ever. Fun fact about the card guy that you will not find probably anywhere else. By the way, if it was still like a super relevant poppin' game, I'd make so much content about it. It's just that it's like whatever.
Mystic was that YouTuber that used to make a shit ton of content for Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Mystic,
And then now he makes Pokemon Go videos a lot.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Clash of Clans started when I was like 13 years old.
That's so
and
crazy.
I have grinded that game.
I remember when that game came out.
I quit for maybe a couple years and then recently got back into it, but I've like grinded. I probably put tens of thousands of hours in that game. I'm not even exaggerating.
How many years do you think?
Oh my God. I don't know. I can't tell you, but it's been a ridiculous amount of time. I've wasted a lot of my life. But here's the deal. Basically,
that's why
for those of you who know Clash of Clans, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, here's the premise of the game. Very simple, SparkNotes version. You have like your own little village, and you attack other people's village, like people from the real world, right? Like I attack Josh's village and take some of his money, like the digital money in the game, like the gold, right? The gold.
Money,
so I take some of his money from his village and then use it to upgrade my stuff, right? And basically, you keep upgrading your stuff, and eventually you're completely maxed out. Like nothing can be higher level. I'm like almost there, and it's taken me 8 years.
8 years.
Like
8 years.
Yeah.
And that's like playing. That's like playing the game every single day. For
that's
like
playing
at
it like
least
4 hours a day. When I was younger, at least.
When it was young, you were younger, but now it's like.
And then for the last couple years, maybe like an hour.
And I can testify in the time I've known you that it's crazy how often you're on
I grind that game.
It's nuts.
Why? I don't know. Maybe it's to.
Well, once you get invested in something like that.
Yeah, maybe it's to fulfill that childhood dream. Like when I was 13, all I wanted was to beat the game.
Yeah.
And now here I am, 22.
That's insane.
Oh man, it's crazy.
It's so triumphant, but like sad at the same time.
Well, it's triumphant because I feel like I've accomplished something,
but
then
cool.
sad because I've accomplished nothing. Like, what has that done other than
a cool story?
Yeah, other than use my time and money.
But if you learn that, if you stick with something long enough,
that's true.
You'll get there.
So if you want to max out your village, metaphorically speaking, the village of life.
The village of life.
Just work hard at it.
Take you 8 years.
Exactly.
But that's what you said. Realistically, if I want
8 years and
if I want to
like
start
like
right
hours.
now, I probably wouldn't accomplish it until I'm like 28.
Well, so here's the deal: if you started the game right now, if you literally started right now and you played maximum efficiency, I'm talking like you grinded that game, like you grind it like minimum 3 hours a day, it would still take you 8 years to get to where I am. Because the way the game works is like when I take your gold to upgrade my cannon, then it's like, okay, this will be done in 7 days. And then you got to wait 7 days to then upgrade it to the next level. So even if your maximum efficiency, always upgrading something, it still takes 8 years.
Still, because you have to wait.
So if you're a casual player, it's going to take you decades.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, or you can just spend a bunch of money, and that's why they do it. Because you can be like, oh, I'll spend $10. I don't have to wait the 7 days. Boom. Yeah. Like that's where they make money. They're the top grossing mobile game of all time. I think they've made like $8 million or something just off in-app purchases. They're a free game. They're a free game. And maybe it's more. That's probably an old statistic.
Yeah, $8 million. That's.
I think it's way more than that, actually.
I think it might be over 100.
I don't know about that, but definitely.
Do you know how much Grand Theft Auto's done off of just like
in-app purchases? Yeah, people buying shark cards and shit.
Take it. Just take a while.
I have no idea.
200 million.
I have no idea. Quarter of a billion. 250 million.
I think it is over that now. Yeah, by far.
Like a lot. Like
because it had hit 500 million.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Like a few years in. It's been like 8 years now since the game came out.
500 million.
Are you just talking GTA 5 or the whole franchise?
GTA Online. Just GTA 5. GTA Online. That last one. Just the online of that. Not including the game itself, obviously, sold, I think, over a few billion.
What is it now?
$6 billion.
For Grand Theft Auto?
Uh-huh.
No, but is that the game in general or just microtransactions? Or both?
Is that like how many like on in-app purchase?
No, that just says in general.
Just in general, yeah. So right now, total they would have made $6 billion. But like they made. Do you know they made
$6 billion?
They made
what?
They made $1 billion on that game day one.
That's crazy.
Day one,
Let's
made
make
$1 billion.
The next new game. Let's make like the biggest game in the world right now.
That would be GTA.
Right now?
That would be GTA 6 when it comes out, right? The biggest video game ever in the world. GTA
Unfortunately, I just don't think so anymore. The battle royale type of stuff, it's just
the
free to play type of thing. Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I'm obsessed with Fortnite.
Grand Theft Auto is such a crazy big franchise, though.
It is, but I just there's so much controversy around it, and like if it's paid, like people and parents are not gonna let their kids. But when it's free, like that's why Fortnite just like Fortnite just sweeped.
I feel bad when I was little, when I 13 playing Clash of Clans. I had unauthorized a few purchases of in-app purchases.
The mom's credit cards.
Yeah,
dude. I've swiped some.
Don't take your parents' credit cards, guys.
Yeah, don't take your parents' credit cards.
Not a good idea. I got so in trouble, and then I wouldn't be able to play the game for a week, and I screw myself over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
or more.
Yeah.
And then you have to take more money from her to make up for the week.
Exactly.
So it's just not smart on there.
Screw your mom. You take your credit card.
Actually, that $8 million was all me. God.
$8 million.
That classmate.
Yeah.
Oh, that classmate. Oh, that was all you.
Yeah.
$8 million.
He's funded the game.
Funded, yeah.
Evan's the only one that plays it.
$8 million,
dude. Oh, man.
So what's your?
So I'll get into this, but. It's tricky. The podcast.
Yes.
That's your next step right now. That's your next move.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
which is pretty exciting because we heard
goals for 2021.
Yeah, I mean, by the time this comes out, it's definitely gonna be out. Yeah. I think it's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, it comes out tomorrow, January 15th.
So excited.
Yeah, like
it's what? Tomorrow's the what?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's definitely not the 15th. Tomorrow's the 13th.
Oh, 13th. Sorry, January 13th. I knew it was one of the. Yeah, one of the
THs. Yeah, so It's Tricky is my new podcast. By the time you're listening to this, you can listen.
And we heard a little bit behind the scenes. Really good, guys. Honestly, would recommend listening to it. Give it a shot.
It is really
I think it's unique. It's definitely cool.
It's definitely unique. It's the whole goal with it is, we call it a podcast because that's what it is. It's a thing you listen to and digest in audio form. But it's more like an audio version of a game show. Like I have a couple guests each time. Typically like one fan guest of mine and one like influencer or celebrity, and basically they battle each other like with trivia and riddles and games. It's like literally like an audio game show. Thing I love the most about it is everyone who listens can play along at home.
Yeah,
that's the cool part.
You played it for me, David, the demo version of it. This was just the demo, and you played it in the car. We were listening to it. We're like, oh, yeah, it sounds really good. And then we just kind of listened to it. We were a little quiet for like 5 minutes. And then we started playing along without even like.
You're trying to answer the trivia.
Yeah. Like there was trivia about you or, and then I was like, oh, it has to be that. And you're like, yeah, you're playing along. I'm like, holy shit, I am playing along. Like,
you didn't even realize. It's engaging. So that's what I like.
And the company that you're working with does a really good job with like
really everything. Like,
designing
a lot.
Shout out to Wheelhouse. Like they make it so easy for me. Like my job is literally just like think of questions to ask the guests. Have fun with them. They do the editing. They do like the artwork for it. They post it to Spotify and Apple.
And all that.
They do the music. Literally,
the music. It's pretty good.
Yeah, literally the only thing is like the only thing that's me is just like doing it, showing up.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
That's like it. Literally sounds like Jimmy Fallon. Like it sounds like Jimmy Fallon, but like an audio version.
Yeah,
like it's not like that. He's like talking. Does like it sounds like it's a little like this is like a little, like intro in the beginning. Guest comes on, talking with the guest a little bit. You play a game, talk with the guest a little bit more. Maybe another person comes out and they play a game together. Yep. Like it's like that's literally like freaking Jimmy Fallon. It's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's very unique.
What are other? Oh, David.
No, I was gonna say I feel so special having heard it. Like before it came out, it's so cool.
Yeah.
We literally heard it with you, like with your first preview.
You guys were the first people.
It's sick. Like when It's Tricky is like it's like so much bigger. Like, I heard.
She'll be mad at me for this. She'll be mad at me for this. You guys heard it before even Cassie.
Oh, before Cassie.
She still hasn't heard it because
your girlfriend.
Because I'm gonna listen to it with her when it comes out.
Yeah.
She listened to like a rough draft though, like a rough draft that didn't even end up getting posted. So,
hey, she was in the first episode, so
true.
Hey,
yeah, she was the guest.
Yeah, her and Sean does magic.
Shawnee does magic. Other aspirations for 2021 that you wanna? You're trying to any goals that you want to meet this year before the year ends? I feel like it's always good to have some goals.
Number goals, because that's always what people go to as influencers, like number goals.
Any number goal.
20 mil on TikTok, 1 million on YouTube.
Never done before.
Never done before.
Yeah, 20 on TikTok, 1 million on YouTube, and 2 million on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like those are just numbers though.
At
the end of the day, like that's what I used to prioritize, but I've learned a lot. Like there's a difference between having followers and like really having valuable followers that like not saying that mine aren't. I'm just saying like instead of that's exactly what I'm trying to get at though. Like instead of being like, instead of 16, I want 20 on TikTok. Like, yeah, it's great of the goal that is. Like I gotta be appreciative that 16 million people follow me. Yeah. Maintain that, nurture those people, like give them what they want, show them the stuff that they love to see. So really like, I have those goals, but more importantly, it's like build something awesome with my audience. So like maybe eventually I'll have like a deck of cards, like my audience can be like a part of that, you know, and own it, and like they have a little part of me, maybe like get this podcast like really big. Like I love it. I love we've recorded 4 episodes so far. First one comes out tomorrow, and like we're just like pumping them out, and it's so fun. So I'd really like to see that grow.
Yeah,
because it's like the first thing I've done like outside of social media, which is really cool. It's still part of this whole digital thing, but like it's just different. It's like my first thing that's like a part of me, but separate from me. And it's not you're not listening to The Card Guy. You're listening to It's Tricky, hosted by The Card Guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. I like that.
Yeah. So it's like it's not just. It's like it's different.
Yeah, I know.
You get something different than you would get on my social medias.
Yeah.
What is something that's like a crazy wild shot that you'd actually would love to do one day? Even if your life doesn't seem like it's heading that path, like just something you've always wanted. Like it's like, oh, this would be kind of cool if I like did this.
Like business wise?
Straight up anything. Like I mean, like let's say I know you're into music, like, and you. He has a really good voice. Like I do gotta, Okay. I don't know. I don't understand it till I just don't. Doesn't make any sense.
You do have a very good voice.
It's so like random. Crazy, it's so random.
Most people won't hear it because I don't like singing in front of people.
It's ridiculous. But that's like one of those things, though. It's like, would that be something that you'd?
Sure.
I like realistically.
I would be open to making a song. First magician to ever publish a song.
Yeah. Is that true? Would that be
sure?
I'm
sure.
Like probably at that scale.
Sean put out a rap for his merch,
but it wasn't like a serious song though.
Yeah, well,
it was like. Yeah, well,
it was like pretty good.
No, it is good, but I'm saying it's not like like it's not meant to be replayed. Like
right. Yeah, like a published song, like with a label or something. Sure. That would be cool. That's not like priority. That'd be cool.
You do it with Charlie Puth.
Look, for me, my long-term goal is to be kind of like the next David Blaine.
Yeah.
Like the person that when you think magic, you think the card guy.
Evan the card guy.
Because like now it's like you think of magic. You think of like David Blaine, Chris Angel, David Copperfield. Like there's a few names that come to mind.
Yeah, you still think
that generation. Like every generation passes, right?
It gets older.
Like not that they're like super old or anything, but like before them it was like Houdini.
Yeah.
Before that it wasn't really anyone. Not that great magicians haven't existed, but none of them got to that like household name level.
Yeah.
But Houdini, and then
David
Blaine, David Copperfield, Chris Angel. Now I really think there's space there. I want to be that name.
Yeah.
And I think there can be multiple. I don't think it's like just me.
Just you.
There's magicians I love, and I hope they go up there with me, right? But I want to be like a big name of magic. But here's what's interesting. I think the difference is, and this is why I love making content other than the magic stuff like riddles, challenges, trivia, all this other stuff I do. It kind of shows for the first time ever a magician who also is just a normal dude. Like magicians have this thing of like they're supposed to be mysterious. They're supposed to be mysterious, and they're supposed to be like just like all you know about David Blaine is that he's a magician. Like what else do you know, right? It's like secret life, mystery. It makes sense for the brand. For me, I'm just like this goofy guy who like I do magic sometimes. I go by the card guy, but like you'll also see a random video of me playing Fortnite, or a video of me doing a riddle with my friends, or a guess the price challenge. Like that's what I think is cool. I feel like I really feel like I'm the first magician to like
definitely
do other stuff, diversify.
No, I mean,
so that's why I'd be open to like do a song, do this, do that, have a TV show, whatever.
Have the podcast.
Right, and it goes back to the idea of just being a personality, right? And that's kind of. I mean, we talked about that. And I told you about how I told Josh like early on. Like I definitely like you and Sean were two that would like. It was so obvious that it's like at that scale. I've never like. I don't know. I feel like you would not. I don't know. For it to happen at this scale that you guys are at, definitely is like a good sign that you guys might do that. Do you know what I mean? Like I think if you ask definitely like younger, super young people, like young kids, like people that just don't know about David Blaine and stuff, you guys potentially probably are popping up in their minds already.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's actually what's crazy.
So you just gotta maintain that and like dominate that
so
like field.
That's what's crazy, right? When it comes to the young demographic, let's talk. I don't know. Let's say 15 and under.
Okay.
If you ask someone to name
a magician,
name a magician, they will probably say me or Sean.
Yeah, because they're on TikTok.
They don't know who David Blaine is. They don't know who Chris Angel is. They don't know who David Copperfield is.
And it's not even just that though. They're consuming you way more. Like they're on TikTok. Like they think TikTok.
So now the goal is like, okay, how do I expand that from just a young audience to everybody?
Right.
Yeah. But then there's different ways of going about it, right? Do I focus on, okay, I already have the young people. Now let's make content to get to the 20-year-olds, 30, 40, 50, and get everyone.
Or the ones that come after.
Exactly. Yeah. Or do I stay and like just these people already will get older, and then there'll be another generation of young people.
Right. They'll be the ones that's like, oh my day, like Evan the card guy.
So it's interesting. I think it's a little bit of both.
Well,
I think
like it's like Casey Neistat. Like I grew up watching Casey Neistat.
Yeah. I think the key, and again, this is not for everybody. Like there's certain creators who have their very specific niche and a demographic, and they do not skew past it, and it makes sense for them. Nelk, kids do not watch Nelk, right?
Oh yeah.
But then there's other things like Ryan's toy reviews. That's meant for kids, right? I think a really good spot to be, and this isn't for everybody, like be somewhere in the middle. I think Mr. Beast does a great job of this. You put on a Mr. Beast video of him building a skyscraper of Legos. An adult finds that cool. 20-year-olds find that cool. Kids find that cool.
I think Mr. Beast, something about the extremity of everything.
Right.
It's just, like,
and that's what I think is cool about Magic. Magic has an appeal where I can show you guys something and you'll freak out. I can show a kid something and they'll freak out. You know, like Magic is cool for that.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Beast like straight up took like the idea of a clickbait and then just became like
actually did it.
I know. I remember the first time like his videos started to pop off. I was like,
it's his videos
what
is
happening?
Yeah, they're clickbait, but they're not.
He kind of destroyed clickbait. Now if you clickbait, you get flamed because like the expectation is higher.
Yeah, like it has to be done. Like,
it's not even higher. It's just limitless at this point. Yeah. Like I mean. For God's sake, he's giving an island away. Like, who thinks
next he'll give away Earth?
I can't.
Yeah.
We'll save it for when we have Mr. Beast on the podcast. You know what I mean?
I gave away Earth to a Martian.
Yeah. I met the first alien.
Dude.
I'm the first human.
Time traveled.
Yeah, I time traveled. I was the first person to teleport.
He becomes president, just to be like.
I became president and then gave it away to a 12-year-old.
It's like, so good.
Like those are like what his videos would be. I bought the moon.
Imagine. The moon is just a block of cheese. Just kidding.
You heard it here first.
I'm kidding.
Is there any conspiracy theories that you... Well, I don't know if we should go into that, actually. Do we want to go into conspiracy?
Down.
Is there any conspiracy...
I like conspiracy theories just because I think it's interesting. But
yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on like which one.
I wouldn't say I believe any of them wholeheartedly, but I'm open.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ones that are a lot darker than others too. Like some are just kind of like whatever.
The hard thing is when you say you believe in a conspiracy theory or even entertain the idea, you sound uneducated.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I said, I don't think we went to the moon, right? Then people from NASA are like, you're an idiot.
It's like, bro, come on.
So like, I'm not going to say that. But there is the question, why haven't we been since?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you hear the argument, well, we haven't had to. But it's like,
dude, come on. Go back.
So I'm not saying I believe
that. And like,
but I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
Oh,
or like,
God.
what's another good one? That. Oh man, what's another good one?
I could say a dark one if you want to go dark. Like then the whole like 9/11 conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I mean that's the one that people think about.
Sure.
They think conspiracy theory.
What, that it was an inside job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I believe that. But.
No, I don't believe that either. But that is like when you think of when you type in conspiracy theory, that's what comes
I know
up.
That's
like
that
or the moon, like literally.
It's those two.
It's those two that come up. It's the moon and frame 9/11. But
it's so weird.
I think conspiracy is like Chuck E. Cheese, like the blood in Chuck E. Cheese, like pizzas, like Shane Dawson's video.
Oh yeah.
The uneven pizzas.
That's not a really the uneven pizzas. Those are really funny. I think it was debunked.
I remember watching it too, and I was like,
I think it was debunked. I think the like a head at Chuck E. Cheese came out and was like, no, we don't do that. Like they
recycle slices.
And if it's been done, then we obviously would fire the employees, but nobody's done that. If you believe that, I'm sorry.
It is crazy. Like
that people believe it.
Well, even the fact that it became that it's a thing, like he made it. It's just so funny. Yeah, it's like, instead of throwing the pizzas, like the people that eat the pizzas but leave slices leftovers, they take that and make a new pizza. But that's why all the slices are not like not a perfect circle,
right?
Because the slices are all uneven. It's just so funny.
Yeah,
it's just such a funny concept.
Theories are fun. I was actually just listening to a Joe Rogan podcast yesterday with Andrew Scholes, hilarious guy.
Oh my god, hilarious!
They were talking about conspiracy theories, and the reason we love them is because like it's like a mystery, and we feel like we're solving
it's so
something.
much fun to watch videos about them, like the mystery.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I want to know.
I don't know if I actually believe.
It is really dangerous to like get lost in them. It's
I think it's I just like listening to them. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. I never dive in do any research. Like I hear it, it's like, oh, aliens. Like it's like the whole like conspiracy theory with like it was a conspiracy theory before it got debunked, but the what's it called? The big silver rectangle thing that was in the middle of the desert in Utah. Or what was it called?
Monolith.
The monolith.
Well, it's not even like really a monolith, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, they called it the monolith, and so like that, you know that, and like people thought like, oh, freaking aliens must have put it there, like, or it came up from the earth, and aliens are coming to grab it now or some shit, and people had no clue what it was. Joe Rogan talked about it. Everybody talked about it, and then it ended up being like some artists, right?
Yeah, I mean they haven't confirmed that, I don't think, but
really?
But it's like it's one artist that like would make that stuff, and then he like instructed, I guess, his son or something, like when I die, like put my stuff all over the place because he was super into sci-fi, so he's like, I want it to be found and like have that whole, I don't know.
It's interesting.
Who knows? Because like even also like the structure itself is also interesting. Like like the material and the way it's done, it's just very odd.
They said
it's like there's a definite achievement.
It's like thousands of pounds. Didn't they say it was thousands of pounds?
Yeah, but it's also like hollow and it's like some weird.
Yeah,
some like it's very. Who knows? I don't know. Just abduct me, please.
Would you get abducted by aliens?
Would I?
Yeah, either of you.
It's not like it's my choice, man. It's not okay.
They're abducting you. I'm like, David, you don't have to go. He's like, I don't have a choice, man.
Yeah, I think that goes against.
I'm like floating up.
I think that's like arbitrary to the definition of abduction. Like abduction is.
It's like a kidnap
without consent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's basically kidnap.
Would you want to get abducted?
Would you
I don't have a choice, really.
Would you want to be?
Would you want to get kidnapped?
I don't think I'd want to be.
I wouldn't.
Last time you really wanted aliens to be a thing.
I want
like last episode we did.
I want aliens to be a thing so fucking bad.
I just don't know if I care to have. Like, I just don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
I think if aliens came here, we'd be toast.
Yeah, you think
they'd probably be so much smarter than us?
Yeah, well, but obviously, I feel like they would obviously be smarter than us because they came to a different planet.
We're idiots.
Yeah, we can't freaking go to the moon for Christ's sakes.
I mean, the moon is made out of cheese, for God's sake.
We can, but only in like the 1960s.
I don't know. I mean, I wish just go to fucking Mars already. God damn it! Like, what the hell?
Oh,
yeah, dude.
God.
So easy. Let's just swim there.
What if Elon's an alien?
I think Elon might be an alien.
He has to be. Have you seen him dance?
Have you seen Trump dance?
No, he dances.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Has he really
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Have you ever seen it? It's
No.
fucking great.
So
Didn't he
funny.
dance with the Knock Boys up on stage?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, the Knock Boys
Isn't that
got
crazy?
He cued the Knock Boys to get up on stage. They got up on stage with him and started dancing.
Sounds like a fever dream, dude.
God,
so
I bit my
random.
cheek. Miserable.
Yeah. What are other plans for this year
Man.
that you got going on? You have the podcast.
The podcast, yeah.
Anything going on with YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. I'm just trying to kind of figure out what works there.
Like
I feel like YouTube is a platform for me that I haven't quite cracked the code on.
Yeah.
I very much pride myself on TikTok. I feel like I really understand that platform.
You have made your content work for it. It's so perfect. But you're with the YouTube, you're trying to figure out how do I use my stuff to capitalize perfectly on.
If I consider myself an expert at TikTok, which I feel like after.
All right. Well, another technical difficulty. I don't. At this point, it's gonna be cutting all over the place. It's fine. It's Evan's episode. It's okay. No one cares about Evan. Nah. We'll definitely have you again once we figure this stuff out, and we'll have a perfect episode.
No, you're fine. So here's the deal, right? If I consider myself an expert at TikTok,
yep.
I feel like it's kind of fair to say.
You're a professional.
Because I've posted 2,300 videos, which is
crazy. 3.4 billion
in
views.
2 years.
16.3 million.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I'd say if I was
you know what you're doing.
Yeah, if I was a veteran at TikTok, I'd say I'm a noob at YouTube. I haven't even figured it out yet. And simply the way I'm going to figure that out is doing more on it. Yeah. I posted 60 videos total. It's just not enough to, and some of those were TikTok compilations. It's not enough to trually understand.
You haven't explored that yet.
Yeah, I haven't explored enough yet. So I would love to grow my YouTube. But I need to figure it out first.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's hard as an influencer trying to balance all of them. Because I feel like most people try to be either a YouTuber or a TikToker or an Instagram model or this. I'm trying to be a little bit of everything.
I've ever tried to think of
you could be an Instagram model.
Facts. Have you seen my cake, dude?
Have you ever tried to think of YouTube as a way to actually document just the whole thing?
Almost vlog type stuff?
But not even necessarily, right? It's kind of an in-between, a hybrid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Because especially the fact that you're like we said, potentially, well, not even potentially, you probably will be one of the biggest magicians. You already are technically, but you know what I mean? If it becomes something that large, it would be really dope to see kind of that journey. And on top of that too, again, with the more stuff you're doing and it's tricky, it's almost like a behind the scenes, but not fully. Do you know what I mean? It's just kind of following.
I totally feel that. And I'm so torn because I am a huge proponent of documenting your journey, right?
Well, yeah, because if you're into Gary Vee, you probably
exactly. Document your life and show what's important to you and what you love. Even me just talking about Clash of Clans earlier, everyone listening learned a little bit more about me. Yeah, they learned a little bit more about me, that you might have not known. I think it's really cool to document your life, and it's just tough because it's there is, like I said, there's just so much to do at the same time. That's not an excuse. If I'm here posting a bunch of TikToks, it's can I also be making a YouTube video same time? It's probably really, really hard. Yeah. Unless I have a camera person constantly filming me, like Gary Vee does.
Yeah.
He has D-Rock, who
Donzel does that too.
Yeah, literally just films everything you do, which is cool. I just don't think my life is interesting enough. But that's my perspective. I'm sure a lot of my fans are like, I would love to see his day.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like,
I
don't know. I just sit at home posting.
I wouldn't even necessarily do it to that style. But yeah, I do think like definitely consider like now that you're that big, like to expand, you're gonna probably have to like get more people to kind of just dedicate things to. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
Start to like take the next step and the next step to not like settle. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because the last thing you'd want is to have like to stop there because you have a lot more potential, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Nice. Very well said, David Takla.
David Takla.
Oh, yeah. You can do that. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm weird. I got some weird, I wouldn't even call them talents.
I think it's a talent.
It's called spoonerisms.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So you switch the first letters of words. So like Taco Bell would be Bacotel, right?
That's
Mac
crazy.
and cheese would be Chack and Me's, right?
What about
But he like does it on the fly. He literally like sing to a song and then just flip it.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
One Sap Supreme.
That's so fucking insane.
So that one was a little harder just because it was 3.
Yeah. Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like no, it's weird. Like I don't know how I discovered I can do that. Like but I can do it like really quick.
Can you say the ABCs backwards?
No, I can't.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
I know ZYXWVUT.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is it ZYWXVUT? What is it?
I don't even know how to say the alphabets normally.
VUT, is that it? TUVWXVUT. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
It's weird.
It's freaking crazy. ABCs.
Why does the alphabet come in the order they come in?
It's like saying why do numbers come in the order?
No, but the numbers, it's like that's the whole point. It's like one is greater than the other, greater than the other. But why is the alphabet?
Because that's how it is. Why is it called mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Because it's macaroni noodles and cheese. But why is it called a macaroni noodle? Why is it called cheese? Like, you can say that about literally anything. Yeah, like why are you David?
Why is a cow called a cow? Why can't it be called a pig?
It's how we use language. Like someone decided that, and boom, that's just how it is.
Yeah, fine. That's the point.
So if you made up your own language, if you made up your own language right now, you'd create your own order of letters.
Yeah, like instead of like a pig, you would want it to be called
a gip,
like a T or something like that, like a T.
You're on to it. There you go.
Gip. Cow. Walker.
It's a little hard when you get
walk
sounds like that.
Walk. Gip. Walk. And milk would be killing me. Is that what it would be called?
I'm just doing it reverse. I don't do reverse words. I just switch the letters of multiple words with each other.
Milk cow.
Kilk mow. Yeah, like that.
Oh, kilk mow. Okay.
Yeah. Give me like a long sentence.
Like my glasses are on the table.
My tasses are on the glable. Right.
That's crazy.
Listen to Unplugged. Or go. I don't fucking know. Go to YouTube and watch Unplugged. There you go.
Can you say that again, please, in English?
I don't fucking know, man.
Do you know your letters?
Watch Unplugged on YouTube.
Yeah, or something like that.
Watch Unwugged on YouTube.
That's insane.
It's weird, right?
My socks are very pink.
Simox or Perry-Vink.
I'm sorry. What? That was quick. That was quick. That was really quick.
What's like a song everyone knows? Okay, thanks for
what's the Barney theme song?
Like
I love you. Okay.
Freaking
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Like 24 karat gold or something like that. 24 karat magic in me, yeah.
That was just hard because it incorporates the numbers. But anyways, you get the idea.
Yeah.
I'll drop an album someday. That song you were talking about, like except it'll all be flipped. That'd be weird.
We'll have to
That'd
decode
be a new
it.
genre of music. I feel like I could get on Cyberpunk 2027.
Yo, let's do that.
Spoonerism music.
Yeah, that would be something.
That'd be interesting because if you actually can figure out ways to like make words sound pleasing flipped, and then people have to decode that to get their lyrics, that would be dope.
That would be kind of.
But then people singing to you and like with you in concerts sounds like sea of people speaking gibberish, like a new language.
Like a
that'd be crazy.
What's that song? Snatch pleasure. Yeah, see that's
dude. I think we're on to something.
And your snatch fits pleasure. What's that?
That one's really hard.
In your
snore yatch plitz feasure. That's really weird.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
I think we're on something. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. Anyways,
could be something, dude.
Whatever.
You're just sleeping on it. You're wasting your talent, man.
Yeah, okay. We write a song after this, release it tomorrow.
Do it. I'm down.
We put it on SoundCloud. It gets 100,000 plays an hour. Imagine.
Wait.
Imagine.
We've been saying the same words like always.
A lot.
It's weird.
We said, what did we say today that was similar?
I don't remember.
It was
We know what we said similar.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. That was a funny one.
Wait. What? Wait.
200,000.
I know you said this already. What is Unplugged? Do Unplugged.
What?
Do Unplugged. Like this. To flip the letters?
Because it starts with a U. That's a vowel. You can't switch a
you're getting all technical
P with a U. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So you
if it's vowels, it doesn't really make sense. It has to be consonants.
But would you put the U at the end of the D
Africa
instead of the D and the D?
Huh?
I was just making a joke.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a vowel, it doesn't work. It has to be consonants.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It sounds like fucking dude's having a seizure.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
So anyways,
this podcast, man.
But anyways, we have something hopefully going on tonight. We don't want to talk about it though yet. Oh, actually, we got to go to Target and make more videos after.
That's exactly what we have to do.
Yeah, we got to go do that right now.
Hit me with your hardest.
How are the kids?
I don't have kids, contrary to popular belief.
Do you want kids? Cassie's listening.
Eventually, yeah. I would love kids for sure in the future. Not
really?
Yet.
Yeah.
I feel like
I would want kids too. Actually, in the future.
I'm a family guy. I love family.
Would this be weird? I feel like you'd be a good dad.
Thank you. You can be my wife.
You would be.
All right.
Cassie, it's fucking pissed off right now.
Sorry, guys.
Hit me with a hard question.
Yeah, I do want to think.
Like,
of
ask
something.
me like my social security number.
That was good.
Wait, I do want to think of something. Gotta think. End it off something here.
Think.
Like
if you had
one shot,
one opportunity. I don't want to do like the generic questions. Like, if you had $1 million right now, what would you do? Like, oh, I got a good question.
Okay.
So you've done
What?
Okay, I got a good question. You've done 4 podcasts so far, right?
Yes.
Who is the worst guest you've had?
No, just kidding. They were all equally.
Wait, have you ever been on a podcast before?
That was a Jimmy, that was like a James Corden type question.
I don't think so. Yes, I was on one before, and then now I'm on this one.
Yeah.
What is
it?
It was by these 2 sisters, and they're really cool. The Kaplan twins.
I think I know.
They look kind of like the Olsen twins. That's like a running joke.
Yes, I know them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my friend Rachel's friends with them.
I forgot the name of it.
That's funny.
It was super fun though. Yeah. But yeah, that was my
competitors.
First one, and then this one.
That's funny. Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, the competitors of us.
Nah, give me a real question. Come on.
Yeah, I do.
Give me a hard one.
I got
a light hard. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
All right, this question, it's pretty deep.
Deep.
It might not even be good. I don't know. I haven't said it out loud yet.
All right. Yeah, I noticed.
He's just like, what is your favorite color? he's just like I knew it wasn't good.
Your favorite color is red, right?
Blue.
Of course,
mine.
obviously, duh. Sorry. What is a point would you say in your life, in your life that you thought like, that's it? Like I can't like keep going. Like you just gave up. Like
wow,
you were convinced like that. Yeah, that was it. That was gonna be it. Like you were like, okay, I'm gonna settle. I'm done. Like I can't keep going, or I'm not meant for something, or you've like a point where maybe you doubted yourself so much, or doubted what you were doing. Maybe even your journey doing this. Like, did you ever doubt it to the point where you were like, I'm screwed. Like this is not what I'm meant to do. And what was that point? Like, why was that the point where
Interesting.
Because I know you had a burnout too, right?
Oh,
was that it?
100%. I wouldn't say it was that, to be honest. I don't think I've ever had like a moment that I just like gave up like on the world and I'm like, man, like this is it. Because I've always been very hopeful of a person, I think. Like I always, even if something's going bad in the moment, I tend to try to see the positives. Not always, but I try to. It's like there's been points that like my views were down and I'm like, oh, like this is a hard month because, as a creator, like the less views, the less money you make. I mean, it's simple as that. And it's also like the ego thing, like, oh my God, I used to get millions and now I get less. Like there's a lot of factors. But so I've been down here and there, but like I don't think I've ever had a moment where I was like down where I
Nothing even before the social media?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever hit a point in my life where I'm like, man, this is it. I can't go further. I think the hardest though in the social media thing, when I hit like 2 million, it just kind of like stopped. Like my views went down. I wasn't gaining any followers. I wasn't getting any brand deals. Wasn't making much money. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like I have 2 million followers. Like why am I not doing better?
Yeah.
And I was stuck there. But eventually I was like, I just got to like work hard. Like not that I wasn't already, but it's like, I don't know. I think the problem is when people are doing badly in something, the instinct is to give up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should work even harder.
Yeah.
Right? Like work even. So I'm like, okay, I'm stuck right now. I want this to be my career. I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to go back to being a janitor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work even harder. And that's when I started posting like 10 times a day, just going hard. And eventually it just like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess that works for like that specific example. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's other examples though that it's not like something you have to work harder on. It's more like a different like mindset that you have to have.
I think overall, I think it's just important. Like if you're in a down moment of your life, like
it's
it will pass. Like do everything you can to, I don't want to say get out of that because it's not just that easy. But, really work towards it. Like you have to want happiness. You have to want your future.
Yeah.
Like I refuse to go back to school. I refuse to go back to a job that I didn't like. I'm like, I'm gonna make it. Like,
it has to.
You know what I mean?
Mentality. Yeah, you can't go in and being like, all right, if I don't do this, then I'll just go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, you can't be like half devoted to something. I understand the concept of having a plan B.
Yeah,
I know some people are. Of course, I know some people are like. I know some people are like, don't have a plan B. Like, I'm like, no, like you should have a backup. You gotta have a backup but believe in your main objective so much that plan B is almost impossible to happen.
Yeah. I agree.
That's a good spot to end it. Like just a little life advice. Dude, I killed that question. I don't even care.
What if you did would you?
I give
up.
I'm retiring.
I would love to do a TED Talk.
Yeah.
About like magic and just entertainment.
And Gary Vee up on stage. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be a goal. That's a goal right there. You and Gary Vee talking up on stage.
Well, it's probably gonna be he's gonna do like a TED Talk about like Clash or something.
Clash of Clans. Just go to like a convention. That'd be good. I'm curious. Do they have like?
There's still as much as I said earlier, it's not like the biggest game right now anymore. It's
everything goes there.
It's still like it's like any game. There's still a community of people who play it.
Yeah.
There's still people play Clash competitively. Like there's an esports center around it.
It's so wild.
I would like to say we played Clash Royale, which is slightly different, but I beat you every single time.
I never said I was amazing at Clash Royale.
I never did either. But listen, man, it's okay. Just take the loss. I know.
No one could ever beat me. No one could ever beat me. Other than like the top player in the world.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to end it there. I just said, David, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Of course, man. Anytime. It was nice. It was nice.
It was nice coming out here.
Yeah.
David leaves.
Can't wait to do this again.
Evan, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We have a new podcast coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
So by the time anyone's listening.
By the time this is out.
This has been out.
Already, yeah.
So It's Tricky on podcast. On Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Just search It's Tricky, The Card Guy. You'll find it.
Once again, pretty good. Recommend it.
Thank you. And then @TheCardGuy on all socials.
Yeah. Not Evan the Card Guy.
So Evan the Card Guy on Snapchat. The Card Guy without the Evan
else.
On old socials.
On all the other ones.
And guys,
Snapchat, I'm trying to get just the Card Guy.
Yeah. That would be nice. I'm trying to get @Josh.
Because it's so clean. That'd be nice.
Yeah, @Josh, imagine.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, and also before this, we recorded already 2 episodes with you, like the Unwatched, the new series thing.
Yes, we got a new
so that will be coming out. If you're listening to this, it'll be like the Friday after this, and then the Friday after that.
Yeah.
Which also is pretty fun.
Every Friday we have a series called Unwatched that's going to come out video format to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
So dope.
And that's like a kind of like our movie review mini podcast type thing because David has watched no movies in his life.
Lame.
Yeah, so
now we're just going to be watching movies.
Yeah, so the one that'll be coming out right after this will be about Tenet. And then the one after that is Inception.
Then after that will be
else.
Who
knows? Just tune in.
Tune in.
Guys,
well, I'm smelling Joey's food, so I'm gonna go steal it from him after this.
I know, I'm starving. Let's go get something to eat. We just steal Joey's food. Joey leaves. There's a food truck right there. Oh, freaking! Let's go outside.
What is it? Pokey? Oh, we're getting Pokey.
Nice, guys. See you later. Go follow David Takla, TAKLA on everything. Josh Van Bamberg, JOSHVAN. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace
out. Have a good day. I'm unplugging the mic.